chere Electroland omo de omati omo niema boso and again uko hona koto ade a yes am 15% discount na che say omo niema no product no born aba from ye pa promoting na from more 0245 949495 0245 949495 you should make sure when water chiman bia any backshot ne dey enhwere mo Kumasi one more Kasi Junction ne Tech Junction and Crime one more Denta Barrier Dantuman Runabout industrial area bia ne Malcolm Plus ne dey enhwere mo one more offices was Sunyani Mankasim Cape Coast Takrade and Tamale Electroland Ghana Limited for yebeda mo asepa asem waboa ma for God and country dwumadie no abebia no ye dey bring it tea for that's a kai bio say ahumka hit patch ahumka hit patch wabso mo yedwumaku a wabaso yasena de biara da no ye for God and country dwumadie no ebrewo timpacho se otemenka na wi na hunam nyina ye oya ana se ye waposo no waposo ana wo ye oba wabu nsa na wayase eye odwe eye oya oje hwanje a abusia enedie asamode aba asamode ne se eye ahumka pain relieving hate patch hunam bebi aye oye bia no koto a na de ataso wo de tareso ampacho ya ade ho beto wontam ye pa bomoden se wo de wani be kire eye pharmacy shop bia mi ba be boboyi mo amu Kumasi mo fa mani kire Alpha Dio Pharmacy Panacea Pharmacy Dani Pharma Limited mo amu wankran ha eye Green Light Pharmacy Origin Chemist and a Repass Ventures and again mo amu Cape Coast mo kai say mo de wani be kire Busi Pharmacy Cape Coast Pharmacy and again Eastern Region Gabson Pharmacy Drug Right Pharmacy ebusia mo amu Takrade mo kai say bia mo de wani be kire no eye Buako Pharmacy Not Chemist ni dia Pharmacy na upese uye mfimfimu bia na from na oni oni din komo a ubetimi from 0599 802 297 or 024 8509 003. Again, you can read them on 053 6645 334. Me pacho sa otimen kan ne nyumre kai se ahumka pain relieving touchy idea aba eba beboa ama also hu ato ye pa it is say no the abomoding na yakwakotie eye ye mampanyin na anu ada eye enrampo a na eye World Environmental Day obo celebrating one cry ha na omo bodwadata won cry ha eye kwabenya school mu ho na mechira nsama eye ye mampanyin kan ne ebusia mo man kotie di okan
Styrofoam as a food packaging material. One of the most pernicious polluters is styrofoam plastic. When you go to buy your food and they put it in that white plastic something, you know, and then you finish eating, you just dump it. That is one of the biggest polluters. And so we're going to ban the importation of styrofoam plastics. We have to use paper packaging or aluminum foil for packaging our food. And so I'm informing the manufacturers and importers of styrofoam with the Ministry of Environment. Soon we're going to ban the importation of styrofoam and production of styrofoam in Ghana. Our food packaging will be made from paper and also from aluminum material. Styrofoam plastic. When you go to buy your food and they put it in that white plastic something, you know, and then you finish eating, you just dump it. That is one of the biggest polluters. And so we're going to ban the importation of styrofoam plastics. We have to use paper packaging or aluminum foil for packaging our food. And so I'm informing the manufacturers and importers of styrofoam with the Ministry of Environment. Soon we're going to ban the importation of styrofoam and production of styrofoam in Ghana. Our food packaging will be made from paper and also from aluminum material. We can't be planting trees and cutting them down at the same time. And so to reduce the cutting of trees, it is my intention to issue a directive to stop the use of wood for school furniture. We're soon going to pass a directive. School furniture will no longer be made of wood so that we can stop the cutting down of our trees. We will either use recycled plastic for our school furniture or we will use metal furniture. While we deal with plastics and plant trees,
Abusiafo sabre yeko na yakwako din komo sesia yenya ye papa eye ABOCHIE wono eye president Plastic Manufacturers Association ewo Ghana ha yene no ababedin komo yera ABOCHIE ye ma akwa baba SOMPA 106.5 FM for God and country jumadi so
yo my dream so
yo yeda say say what present na wi woni ye bedin komo ewo SOMPA for God and country jumadi so not what that and I said no and omampeyin e de betu dwa say styrofoam and I said take away boots and ye nimu no yade a omode tabo eba beto so one ye kraba memu ha womo so womo manufacture bi e Ghana ha locally no enya de a omampeyin say ye be map kwan amaye yusubio now meaning say we are the president of the Plastic Manufacturers Association and come on beto edwai maybe say send am receive this information we
enka sa the president kind say o fa importation you enka eno de enka ne kwan so because say you better the aba amana be environmental hazard amount here again you better hon here ye kura na ye bre hon de na importation de e say bania na entitrim kata e wo ho plastics anka no dia technical what is here can be dia service away container no I friend years and I say style polystyrene
yeah
SOMPA FM na ye tell say plastic anka e woman no just about 4 maximum. I hear to grab a quarter grano 4%. If you grab machine to be crowd, yeah, I might say just 3%. It is a overtime, you know, container. It's about 96% air and pharmacy. And about 4% or 5% maximum air plastic. Into plastic level, but it's an eyesore. There's a what you say, Libya and Frama, Edrico, and I say, for Libya, we are teaching Yetano, is Yanana, the Canu, is actually a quarter month. And my woman say, styrofoam, and not a but like I said, it's just about 4-5% plastic. And recycle.
SOMPA.
What Okotomu? I big time say almost almost export to Europe. And frankly, and Spain company was still. I try to I import it. Sarfo and I said if I could tell a little waste at the cost stage, then contamination level are very high.
Now, my member so as a man penny to Jano, I idea of my association no ahamwana
a high end because plastic manufacturer young Ghana. You boom 57%, that's a million or ha, and more 57 in Ghana. Yeah, for 2 Echo Amanoni goes all the way to Cameroon, all the way to Senegal, Burkina, Mali, Omunina, depending on Ghana. And the young machines
SOMPA FM,
and you Ghana one and a mom. In fact, more than more than Ghana for Echo. It is a case, banning production. Ebia Omampini and the Casano called Little Agra to fund production of styrofoam because the young Gelina was done, a yet of Ghana, a big call Amanone, a foreign next and the Pragan. Now, yeah, he said, Omampini in a buying. They will do consultations, stakeholder consultations. Praying, prayer, and teaching will be every war of mine. The war of mine is the better a buy now. A buyer
yes, SOMPA.
And see, before Omampini Asemi Babetu Jano, I want to find out from you. Idea Womuni Mudi whom command son of the Asemi Betu Jana.
Baby, at the impact. For some time now, I trade letter Edia Comma Minister for Environment and Technology say, or no, a buyer no, a little each year. They church and you do no, you say yeah, X year. So that I say I buy a pot a bar. Said they would see the plastic human system. Yes, yeah. That was the policy bar. Only said the only policy remember. But the Piano, yeah, so dear in the next week or two, no, this year, it is good that we to swap. So then the European the Ama minister, Amani the Ama Abine. Amamipa way and Panchum. 2011. What is happening today? We envisaged it way ahead, somewhere 2004. Into 2011, in Yankasa, plastic manufacturers, and they identified
SOMPA FM.
Then Yambrabi, and the better hot, not plastic waste, the better 2011 up to 2023, the first December 2023, Sika Abayina, one city po, Abayin AV, Yafam was plastics, waste, and something like that. So, again, we are very responsible when it comes.
Yeah, because Sabre Amedoka say utu ni womonting bebia utimi say o mine mu aye fin na o mine mu aye no plastic waste no contribute about almost how many crowd 60 to 70% of the waste you generate where your memoir.
That is very, very wrong. That is very, very wrong. You can check with Accra Metropolitan or and then 2023 was the highest. That was 70%. 2024 it came down 13%. But you see, and research like yellow more. And you use the concept of consumption. There is no way it can do that. There is absolutely no way.
But you and I know say me with Mr. Openyemi ntwa no so say ukwa bontin sesia enwura obehu sesia no say nye pure water obehu black polythene bag bi say nye no a obehu other plastics ededa ye gotesh nyina achoku anya bia no as an association no mo amonim say adwuma na mo ye no contribute to some of this waste how my munema Ghana fin steps ben na mo take care somebody mu pese mu rid our cities and gutters of all this waste hardwin
Milia and na me that 10% environmental excise tax
yeah
it's yes article applying tax na ka enu na we say yen ban ansisa ewiano making sure say plastics the environment. But that money
SOMPA FM.
One of the key areas for our discussions is what's your mom was that channel? Yeah, for develop economy like United States, Europe, elsewhere. They could more plastics than yen. They consume way more. But almost management, almost management is so effective. Actually, salt separation is so very well done for a country because with salt separation, recycling is excellent. But when yes, we don't have salt separation, and one is saying yes, the more plastic, paper, yeah, put
but the president prefer an alternative, which is the use of paper bags, and I say use foils, aluminium foils. I don't think I'm getting into that area rather than still dwelling on this styrofoam. Any plastics are sabri because I'm reliably informed say the waste generated from plastic, per the searches we have just done, is just about 18% of the total waste generated in the country, and that is also on the higher side.
Fair enough. But let's say the machine, plastic, the machine is done aluminium foil. What is done paper. It means you have to scrap the investment. Now, I mean, the can't as I said, we produce for money, but ECOWAS rate for them, and yet for only Ghana. It is the cash being when stop production, and I didn't say to abandon our overseas. As of currently, we are working towards African continental trade area.
SOMPA FM.
All the way to Kenya, all the way to Zambia and elsewhere. But when we start getting this kind of statements, it really affects extra confidence. Say, hey, maybe I should just hold up. Already, because of environment was so bad with taxes, we have two companies who have already relocated. Take Ghana, Bako, Echo, Ivory Coast, Bako, Ewotugu. Yeah, Echo, Ivory Coast. I'm sure you will know the company. Pens and Plastics, Ghana Limited. Pens and Plastics. They're no more in Ghana. They are operating in Ivory Coast. And the sad thing is that almost produce here by the basis of ECOWAS protocol. They export to Ghana. So, Ghana lose revenue in terms of taxes. Ghana will lose employment. Ivory Coast will gain employment. Ivory Coast government will gain revenue. As we speak now, all more companies have stimulation exercise. That was since last year. Almost years exercise. Say almost made to a machine, and it costs so much less to make it to a machine in another place. So we need to be very careful. The election should be a machine as set up, say, or your business at a particular home. But a commercial, other economy are welcoming. Ghana, we are just lucky and fortunate. We have a stable utility services. We have peace. Our security is so good. And no, one extra Ghana. But we talk about tax regime and then business environment. Most of our countries are way better than us.
Now, but you see, what was it, Mr. Botry? You see, the problem now is you are making references to certain countries. So, business now, Ghana, how we producing plastics, and also free here. Normally, they call other West African countries and other African countries. They create employment there. Yes, it is true. revenue would be accrued from their operations. Yes, it is true, but I believe, says, when each those countries you are making reference to, they are better, more able to manage the disposal, the handling of the disposal of these materials than us.
So why can't we? Why can't we? It's small Togo. We are able to manage it. Why can't we? In all waste management, or how effective you can do your sourcing. China, they really consume millions of tons. We are just consuming some thousands. We are consuming millions. America is consuming billions. But they are able to manage it. And you have the bylaw. How to enforce it is the problem.
So we have a big challenge now, because we know that Ghana they generate around 900,000 tons of municipal plastics waste annually. Some information we know you should have it, and 18% of that plastic waste is from food packaging, meaning that you're about 162,000 tons of the country's plastic pollution directly emanating from takeaway containers.
Oh, that is not that figure is very wrong, very wrong. Anything like I said,
I believe you can also do your search. You can also do your search, because we are also doing our searches over here, and the searches we are getting reveals these figures we are telling you today. That Ghana you generate around 900,000 tons of municipal plastic waste annually.
Is it municipal waste?
Yes, and that is about, we are talking about, you take a listen to what we are putting across. Ghana generates about 900,000 tons of municipal plastic waste annually. Implies 18% of that plastic waste is from food packaging, meaning 162,000 tons of the country's plastic pollution is directly from our takeaway containers.
That is very wrong, sir. I would not mind. I would not mind share with you credible data as far as plastics are concerned in Ghana. We have a whole of hollow data about plastics. We bring the materials, produce them, so we know what it is like as far as the data of plastics are concerned. I challenge you that are very big, are very wrong figures.
And what is the correct figure, so to speak? The correct data that you have, no? Can you give us a breakdown in tonnage as to the data you have regarding this plastic waste, with specific regards to the takeaway containers?
At least, off my head, the whole year, we generate 16,000 metric tons, right, of PS. 16,000 metric tons of PS. That is for 12 calendar months. And see, they will divide it by 12 hours. You get the average per month. And important, we export 57% of it to neighboring countries. If you want to have your own calculation, then you match with whatever you have.
Okay, now the people are asking, so what now becomes the way forward from your association? What do you seek to tell the president, Samushiana?
We already have a lot of proposals during the previous administration environment, which was never implemented. We'll soon go back again there, have a total review of the proposals in management.
SOMPA FM.
Currently, in West Africa, Ghana, we are doing the best and the highest recycling of plastic waste.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to mean? Because data I have here says that annually in Ghana here, 1.1 million tons of plastic waste is generated, and only 5 to 9% of that is recycled. You are telling us that, sir, Ghana best in our sub-region in handling plastic waste recycling.
You can verify.
Between the 5% to 9% of it being recycled, and that is the best in the sub-region.
So,
oh, okay.
At the moment,
Yes.
Africa, Ghana is doing the best in terms of plastic waste recycling.
Okay.
Whoever comes up with it, well, they are there to prove. We produce it.
Sure.
And we consume it, and we know the figures. You can go to the harbor, customs system, and then check how material that comes in. You can just compare that with the figures that you are turning at. That it is not true.
Okay, so I believe we will leave it to our listeners to decipher between what you are saying and what we are also saying over here. But before we let go of you, says our plastic here, they are having just a take your mind and kasa. I don't know, as part of the 10% charge service tax was what mumutriano to government chest, you know. What other strategies and one kasa mo mounted as an association said the bear sa plastic here won nam abontin kona bi a ohu ye hu sa plastics ni bio
FM.
Something we it's not really under our armpit, because there was a buying a law which we have given all the proposals. Now you have, and that's why they were about 7 hours. You reduce your consumption, you redesign your packaging, you recycle, you recover. So if even we do just the 4 hours, that is it. Now, doing the 4 hours, I say I'm buying a system in there. Say, okay, Coca-Cola, 2026 echo. That bottle here will be in some. That bottle should contain at least 25% recycled content. Across all board, a bank and banana, it will help and improve recycling. Say, minimum, will say, now we'll back on top and what for me, I don't say, I got we are now by Benjamin, I want 100% recycle. Say, yes, it's that. The platform. And now you can't what I would believe. I believe that one Casacorano who makes you break a car say, hey, am I safe? I find and know I'm found to work. There's nothing you can do. When you go to Europe and Africa, a lot of the packaging, say a styrofoam, say a pet bottle, say a plastic shopping bag. Most of them are recycled. If you say they're metal, and one of the use, so it doesn't get a chance to go into the environment. At one point in time, the last but one our environment.
Yeah.
We came up with a shopping mall, shopping bag and the mount. The best 10 pesos. At 10 pesos, you know, the best is that plastic rubber in there. The more will be that day,
SOMPA FM.
therefore, I can see that put and it was in conjunction with the stores. There was that day now almost a passing. The minister was called to Parliament. And that day the program was cancelled and it never happened again. From we tried our best to support government.
My fan common see a butchery na minim say komo ya babeto dwe ade bia ye bedi hu komo say bibichi adwen so a ye besa ba mo nchen na ye dim komo na etiefo so anya ba efrimu. So once again we want to say a big thank you for making time for us.
Welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Abusiafo amote say ye ne owura ebobotwi we President Plastic Manufacturers Association Ghana and I tell say ye no edin komo na wie e wo fidie mu ha. You see businessmen, they are only thinking about one more business I ever say, business I ever say.
What I figured from the man's speech, I don't know whether he doesn't want to speak to the figures.
The figures that we gave out,
because the figures that we are having here,
concrete and solid.
Concrete and solid.
Yes.
What you said about the recycling, 2 to 5%.
Yes.
They are all here. And to know, I don't know, maybe he doesn't want to speak to the figures, but we have the figures here. And they're
only thinking about their businesses.
He doesn't want to speak negative about the business, but that's the reality.
That's the reality.
All the figures we are having.
That's the reality. So, Abusiafo Nkomoi, usu wadwinche ewo hono na saying, go over to our Facebook wall. It is SOMPA 106.5 FM Market Yapa. Like our page, comment there. We'll read the comments for you. And then if you also go to YouTube, SOMPA 106.5 FM. And the chair Nana AYEBIAFO Ebabetna say Nana AYEBIAFO JNANA. So what do we need to Sunyain Dumesuya? Ono and Oyen Koso Hene Ewo Wabon Homodin Pa. He's a distinguished personality and he's somebody in Navy Yenana Tenase Eddie Anobai live here on SOMPA 106.5 FM. Yeah, call na Yeni Ora Christopher Dazawa. Edin Komo Oye, the administrative officer, Furniture and Wood Products Association of Ghana. Now, also Yene Edin Komo because some Ampinyaka say school koda and kunya want na so edition adie no ye brasa adie no because if say ye nkwaya no ye hia kwaya no pa ya de aya adie enti no ye bisa say ono so eya na say enye enti wa wutie no. What do you think? Nnuana ye de ye school enkonwa no ade abeboa na say boa ye bra no ade abeboa na say emboa enti na busia bomodo na koso etie SOMPA 106.5 FM. Now quickly on Facebook, Sir Adiachi Kofi Marcus is a sports journalist over there in the UK. He used to be with Classic FM. Sir Marcus, thank you very much. You are watching us. And our Anna Afro Pleasant says, good seeing Nana Gianna here again. And then so many other information are here, comments are here. We're going to be reading all those things. All right, Christopher Dazawa. Saying. Yes, my name is we are administrative officer, Furniture and Wood Products Association of Ghana.
Yes, that's correct.
Good. The Nanwada, a man penning Edin Komobi, Echro Maimuni, Wabra, the World Environmental Day. And as part of Ghana's celebration, what they are to just say, in Kunyana. Yes, Kunkwadano use one ye in Yana. Nanyano so ye nyane fi forest musabri ye boy forest no ho ban ye ntwanua emfa nye nkunyane biu anya bia no as an association no asami to dwa no. How did you receive it?
It's a very welcome news to us, and we applaud the president for that great pronouncement, and we welcome the initiative. And we are ready to work with that promise to realize the vision which he has got. So it's a welcome news to us.
It's a welcome news to you. But is it this not going to keep some of your members out of business? Emma members ni bi enye juma nye because
long ago, I can guess that it's over close to 15-20 years ago. The association itself initiated this metal school furniture. Metal school furniture, the association about 15-20 years ago, we introduced it, and we piloted it in most of the schools. So we are not surprised. It's a welcome, even though you know the technology is we are advancing, so we cannot say that we continue using the wood for furniture always. And we think even though it will cut off some amount of production, but we still think it's good.
And to move fast to say Ghana has a siano a school kunya ye use no your school your various classrooms no and no the yemfa plastic any and adien kwanye
and yeah very well yeah jitum pa say that year o that year your friend of furniture o the area your friend of furniture so I know and have a very
I would say you guys are woodworkers. Now we are woodworkers. Say be onye juma nyew.
Na furniture no e kan san anya ni nyina na metal. We the percentage of metal no about 60%. And wood I say wood but for instance the sheet and the writing pad they are made of wood, and a combination of wood and metal. We are only reducing the wood volume from 100% to 60%, and then the rest wood. The rest of the 40% is wood. Sorry, 40% is wood.
Yeah, because the Awokano, I have seen those pieces of furniture in some classroom elsewhere, but with the new directive every I don't think sir that component of wood ekahwa wamodi enkunyama ye school nkola no be sure say that component in na be free.
Oh well depending on the architectural design, depending the architect that is going to design will consider full 100% metal or metal and wood, and it will depend upon the architect that will come up. But we as an association, like I said earlier, we have already done something like that before, and what we did was 60% metal and then 40% wood. Yeah.
But how do you also receive the message of say no your classrooms are you be use plastic chairs and tables for our learners?
Well, the plastic, the earlier the president himself was even against the use of the pollution of plastic materials in the environment. So for us to go to say we will do some of the furniture in plastic there, well, I don't know. Then it will, I don't know what kind of design that can accommodate a plastic furniture. But for me, what I know is that metal is equally good for furniture production. Yeah.
And plastic is not good for furniture production. Is that what you want to say?
Well. I have not seen one myself. I've not seen one myself, so I cannot bet on it how efficient or how good it is. Yeah.
All right, Christopher, a big thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to you. You better was say, but we have said categorically that so initiative here or Mampinindi Bay,
Excellent.
Okay.
And we are fully behind him for the implementation.
That's it. Christopher Dazawa Ono a administrative officer, Furniture and Wood Products Association of Ghana, and I'll say Yenenu Edinkom. On already they are welcoming the news.
I think so, and also because most of the classrooms no kwa nkunyano that say a wape and say a bubu and omo handle ni and it's a metal ni bemwa, at least the reduction of the wood aspect in the furniture no that's a metal ni bemwa. I think say no beboa because metal no matter what, I don't think say a classroom or 5 years obetimi di bibia din bia bo bibimu abreki metal no but wood no de omotena so a na owo so nkonwa na de ne prego na bobo mu ebetimi bubu classroom bo ho amokwa ankora no kwa nkonwa na omote so no seat ni say na yio a omo peja no masa na ato so
there's something
yeah, and so if there's going to be the reduction of the wood aspect in the seat no motisona, I think say ebeboa ma bibia akoyi.
Okay. Sabre yebesa kwa amano so ne din komo bitiawa live here on Sompa 106.5 FM. Bibi ndabone na. Beba so na nagia na ba obeso ye ya kona ko take nap wo why. If you want to take a nap here, you can go over there and take a nap over there. Tony Goodman, the PRO for the Ministry of Health. Next for Sabra Menomoka say Womo Atem Pintin Kwaso Mkwejumano. And what's some Aquacusi saying? Tony Goodman, good afternoon and welcome to Sompa 106.5 FM.
Good afternoon.
Nampatwa Pumti saying. Say next for strike action and what Aquasi saying.
Remember, say make sure to for the pay. And I know yeah, a woman say many next for as in Korea Elliot, Senator Elliot. Say Anka Obama, Honorable Minister for Health, and then the colleague Minister for Finance. I know among us at Nas and I share some the day better because social side document I can say signed last year. And the who you sank I was saying in I Nas. And there was a starting implementation in the Nimiano. Now, yeah, but a month in it, almost striking on the cop. And almost to command. National Labour Commission to Omo Cospo. And Labour Commission I responded I can say a rule here some mobile strike action. Now I was some mobile now na yedi queen into strike action in this omoko that Omobu National Labour Commission for India start this strike action and Labour Commission, after Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, Ministry of Employment, any other stakeholders, Ghana Health Service, charge any teaching hospitals. So, any next one, so Ghana, Omuli on Assemno and also Mundi Assemno, and Maya. Your core, next week, like from 2 o'clock, could do around 3 o'clock or 1. And the National Labour Commission, actually, say we the Nippon and I can want to say into a ruling, and I say judgment. I can say, almost strike, what am not quite strong. One farmer quite strong, but declare striking. It's a more declare illegal. And any brem, your more than any brem. It's a Omonko Juma na 25th of June. Omonbra back na Omonche Assembly. Yes, I rule anyway. And that's we still Omonko Ejuma the Senate into and run a National Labour Commission. That's a for courts. Every court down court near Emiano and what ama hospital care na say nipa ya hwe no hospital no sa process no ahote ana say enkosubium enkwamos report no support no ama ye na mo ko support no every argument na no je two mo say someone for emrapa so and no declare strike no ni omo ye no eni mremu ti omo be sere so omo be ko adwuma njobo de injunction to omo strike action so which means any na kono anka wase ye nuanom ebe ko Minister for Health for na minta tando eko aprobo enra eko hwe hospitals na hwe ne eko na ye ko ye no niema ye hu ye no eye anase eye two side okwa ebi ye dwuma ebi so enye dwuma omo fro se nipa kwan ye no omo de omo ye dwuma no omo aka no so se omo mma dwuma the minister na ka say ono de say nipa ba akokra a wo so dwuma e hospitals no one made dwuma hardware because we also so back na on nipa apomuden intino and we osre say ye no mbe ba dwuma na o ma ba dwuma so there no me ya kan ye o minister of health na nya ba minister of health no e be di o enim na ya ko kan so mo asem mo.
Okay, but okay. Who then patrol we?
We na Fair Wages and Salaries Commission. So, say, as some Labor Commission can and say Monday. You know, say share na ya share near document no more. So, say you implement be na I say you be another time and not for now. Until you do no and
injunction there. Ebacho adia masevo mo mpenyimfo ana
Ministry of Health
but meaning say perhaps Tony Goodman, you being the PRO, you'd have that information. Has it been served?
The truth is that first letter na Labor Commission pro and on the 30th no omo eko hono believe no ko na ko serve omo no yes say omo mpenyimfo no nyina ewo Abuchiri
Geneva
omo declare that no omo ko Abuchiri enti no omo ko ho no omo timi nje sa document no enti belief no ese hu ya pa se omo sambe kanto no be bo omo notice board
SOMPA
omo notice board na take picture ese ne omo
dabe no the bo patrol dabe no the bo omo notice board no
the same day which is the 30th no
okay
enti the second ruling no mo ye declare strike no illegal no. And also, the Odu no say ladies no more hono. Almost omo do office no kra ekotna inside. Ojo no twen no bi ba ya nipa ndu mo ne. Nipa no call inside. And also the form o say document ni nya so moji. Almost omonji. And also the above notice board mama wika and also a whole picture. The last service here also moye which is the injunction no. Injunction also by Anajo. Yes, I can around 4-5 years. And also do honor your local office. Now, also the way I saw services this year. I was we share the panel now the man. The all corners to leave what they are. Obeti me ato no one na say na o dia bonoti and there's any panel kasa.
Yeah. Now, Tony, yesterday I had a conversation with the PRO of the association, Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association Ghana. But he tells me that they don't want to sit down for any renegotiation of what was agreed on earlier by the previous government as far as their working conditions is concerned. You know, I don't know if you have that kind of information.
But yeah, kind of say, you see, I was at over discussion table. Now the table with information said, me hana mitina. Me aye cry share renegotiation your call fair wages no. And yet sign indication no kind of man. But home document before we implement, you know, I was at only parties, you know. Edi intikahudie na mojitu bebia 1, 2, 3 items no me betimi anya no next month and next 2 months and next year 1 4 5 6 item no ebia ye share another 10 the akana was say your institutions on the implementing or say your wages you know mo kasa no mu o ma said there was a document now you sign it without the various agencies and other institutions may inputter ebede I say ya wa postpone strike action no enti omo stress obi amba na ye fan to ho na ye hwe ni a ye betini aye na ene ebi o ma ye say renewal of pay ebi o ma uniform ebi so o ma at the end of the year no say 13th month ma workers ni awo hina and what say ye hospitals no on betini aye na okay ye sign no off omo atade na ye de mo mo you start 8 omo per increment and no you betini aye na enti we nyina your discussion because okay I said last year next from penny for ya na catch Ghana for say scale nim omemu enti when it comes to the condition of service or so much of the ones it is because they know that they have financial implications so then as is it that's a say no you score memu ha man I was saying ni na na start na ye na minister of finance job so okay we dey meeting we plan them dey share budget we maybe media budget dey mention me na discussion and what say enye negotiation we be negotiation na asa what implementation
okay so you akwakwo any say aban what you see no has no problems with implementing what has been agreed on with the past government, but problem is that conditions of service here womuni abanda da na gitu mu a omutrase a omunyina gitu mu no eno no moji atum se mo beye but the kwan mo be fa so mo be implement no eno na mo so omumra na mo ntrase na mo hwe kwan a implementation no ebe sifa akọ.
When we are doing the implementation, so that na implementation more yeah. And now ebia nipa na be catch on say sa we no ebia because of trust we answer because of reason we me person ye share with you. And no cry no omonyan kan no ye but you can only get all of those indication when you are negotiating for implementation. If you are doing it at implementation level, nipa na catch okay this particular document any emra we able and answer maybe yeah should be. Even though that has not happened, no, it's mostly done at implementation level.
Wow. Okay, so Tony, I will leave it here, but as it stands now, no, still I know almost a strike, eh?
Almost a strike. It's a say no be you know. Labor Commission declared it illegal. Now court so declared it illegal. I didn't injunction person. Anka your first say no. Will bring matters to at least a hot for us to go back and talk and see our best. We can do this. Said if you are no my hospital, and you are for a hospital, now we'll take care of them. The indication we are getting, even some of the places now, or more marginal to say, okay, yeah, they attack them. Some demands is still in that case, say a hospital or attack them. Or call wager and answer South. Municipal hospital, their local offices are next 4 bar or they have to rush back, which is not the best idea. Negotiation, you can continue with your negotiation. Whilst others who come to receive care, no, or more already some the trouble, no more trouble. But to hijack government property and say you won't allow anybody to work, it's not the best.
Okay, in as much as some nurses have agreed to work, you know. AYEBIAFO ministry, do you have a plan B to take care of strike action here? Nurses for a year. So that ebimukura betimi fill that gap for a year Ghana for because they say call hospitals are who don't now show be no about hospital or a worker or baba no one to me will be our wenya kwisia or hospital just when you be our obeshono adere home tepao
papa million. So you were in any other plan, your system not such that the way a Ghana health system and also your health management system. It is for nurses to take care of young people. If you have 10 nurses in a hospital, now out of that 10, 5 from Amba, definitely it will have a toll on the healthcare. Sure. Any plan we have, it will still have some toll on the healthcare delivery. Once we put in place other measures, we are so asking that they will come and then work while their leadership come from abroad and come and do this negotiation.
So say for you, Ghana for you, live on SOMPA 106.5. Asembena would be jai for
the message when you are mess for it. Assemba they are not like a young funny pound and Franco again. We are best dress on a better Kujima. We are best Ghana for you in the airport free. Idea. Anyone may be there for hospital, and your mother. The bank ever making sure, sir, near I was a year now starting the country be a train. Now, with me on a mess for any annual mope. Now, your co hospital or multinational,
yo. I was for where my Yaminda was saying, I yet on a good man, Selma Hokama, in Woodin Como, but the catcher on your say, we wish you and the ministry well.
Thank you very much.
Yo, Tony Goodman, customer for the Ministry of Health, Ghana, and I'll say, Yenene Dinkomo about nurses for strike action here, one more undertaking. So I don't know. We are going to have soon on the line, John Agbenyevo. Oh, John Agbenyevo. Or the National PRO Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Association of Ghana, and also Yenene Bedin Komosisia. But they are saying, say, Omudia support strike action, and you know, Omudaso Juma. John Agbenyevo, or the National PRO Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Association of Ghana. But Omudia say, strike action, Ghana registered nurses and midwives association for undertaking. They are not part of this particular strike action, and they are still at work. But Yanyano say Yanene Bedin Komokakra live here. It was SOMPA 106.5 FM. Wabra ye train Nana Jana. Ewo fidima. Bamikwa Manosu Bio. John Agbenyevo, National PRO Union of Professional Nurses and Midwives Association of Ghana. Yama Kwababa SOMPA 106.5 FM. I believe you are doing very well.
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
Good. We understand that you are not part of the strike action being undertaken by the Association of the Ghana Registered Nurses Association and Midwives.
Yes.
Is that really true?
Yes, so we have decided to provide healthcare service to our citizens because we feel that we can use dialogue to achieve what we want. And so, what should I say? Strike no. It's somebody's parochial interest that we are following.
Oh, come on. No, wait. You are telling me that this strike action is as a result of somebody's parochial interest?
Yes.
Whose parochial interest? Yes, whose parochial interest are they championing?
Okay, so let me explain.
Okay.
As a group, we actually came together as the various leaders of the unions to chart a way forward with the expectation that we can get an amicable resolution to our condition of service. And so we had timelines. We plan to meet again. So before we will meet again to make a final decision, somebody decided that we will not meet again, but then we should go ahead with a roadmap for strike.
So who is that somebody?
So we asked, what about the decision we have made? And then it became an anger issue. So, but when you look at the posture of these people, they declared a strike and then left the country. So as we speak now, the minister is even calling for us to come together and resolve the issue and they are nowhere to be found. The National Labour Commission invited them on the 4th of June for resolution. They were not available. So how do you explain this? If I want something from you, and I cried out to you, and you call me to come, my interest to get the matter resolved, what do I do? I have to come.
But in your submission, you had mentioned that somebody solely asked that strike action should be declared. And before, in your introductory statement, you had also alleged that it was carried out, the strike action was carried out as a result of somebody's personal interest. Who is that person?
These are the things I've explained to you. And the GNMA will understand who interest we want to serve. Because if we are fighting the employer, it means that we should be ready to negotiate and come to an amicable resolution to the matter. If we are not pulling political stance, why do we get to that point where we are not willing to listen to anything, but we want to continue with the strike? There should be a resolution before the condition of service can be implemented. Or if you refuse to listen to the people who will get the implementation done, when do we get the implementation done? Are we going to remain on strike forever?
Okay, so let's leave it here. I know, let's leave it here. I know that from what you tell me, then it means that you people are still at work and attending to the various patients at the various hospitals. Yes. But how wide is your membership?
So we have members across the country. All the regions, all the 10 regions have members. And the numbers may not be enough in certain regions. Wow. But then we are trying our best to see what we can do. Currently we have a membership of about 36,780.
Across
the country.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's very
only our union that is not on strike. The Psychiatric Association is also not on strike. The Ghana Registered Midwives Association is also not on strike. The National Association of Registered Midwives is also not on strike. And remember also that CHAC facilities are also not on strike. So we are trying to see how we can mitigate the effect of the strike on the Ghanaian citizenry.
All right, so we want to thank you very much. But do you see this action being undertaken having some political undertone?
Definitely, that is what it appears to be. We have been in this country where in 2022 we failed to negotiate. Nobody said anything. Okay? And as I speak to you now, some of the implementations we are following is part of the 2020 agreement that we have had. I don't know whether you get what I said. Some of the elements in the negotiation that are going to be implemented in 2025 today were part of 2020 agreement, which never saw the light of day, and yet we did not go to this extent. For instance, the medical care that they are talking about is an agreement that was done way back in 2020, which was never implemented. The rural allowances were all part of 2020 agreement that were never implemented, and nobody saw anything wrong with it. Today, when it is exported back into the new agreement, then we are painting a picture as though this is a new agreement that the government refused to implement. In fact, their own PRO mentioned that the Minister of Health showed positive faith in the implementation of the condition of service. In an interview he granted, I think yesterday in one of your sister stations, the PRO mentioned that the Minister of Health has shown some positive actions towards the implementation. So what exactly necessitates the action that we are taking? The day they declared the roadmap, the minister called all of us and spoke to us and told us that they are forming a 3-member committee to spearhead the implementation of this condition of service. They agreed in principle in the meeting, only to come out and tell members that the strike actions continue.
All right, so let's leave it here. I think we have to find time and engage you more on this particular issue. We're very grateful, brother, for making time with us this afternoon on For God and Country on SOMPA 106.5 FM. Abusia Abenomo ka say Nana AYEBIAFO JNANA. Nana AYEBIAFO JNANA. Oza me bodina na nije bia be me mu. Me bodina na nije kese bia bo me mu. Na mo man kotie enkrato ye ba ye ne Nana behia.
Section man of way. Electroland abeja. Near the Munamuni Amapani in Answabo. Wait ye, Thursday, 10th April 2025. Prior showroom for front Kumasi Techiman Kwanaso.
Yeni Roma sorry dino. And that's a backsword Nidia Nimshe.
Property was Samsung, TCL, Media, NASCO TV, AC, fridge, gas cooker, washing machine, deep freezer, home theater, microwave, blender, kettle, rice cooker, and any more papa can win now. Now winning baby. It can for Baku 50. Ebenya 15% discount. Any achedie. It's Rabatadie. Can who now say now?
Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Ghana had the obedient says a prostate. Na baby omutimi screening. Emma huni ye etuasia. Na a Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Anasa a kidney, a liver problem. Wofa baby and ajujo. Na the friend the premature ejaculation wa. Ba maybe a one would offer kwakwisia. Asa wo dine huagro. Asa wo tonte. Any ebra Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Na ye muao. E mane mema mo pa wo. E ye Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Wamu demufua. Yare bia infections bi na wo ho. Anase bia wo sha wofa baby na ajuju kidney problem prostate there Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic ahenema kokobin kumase ba ko ho eben Angel Educational Complex no na Accra hanso so there wo mu ginemu ankasa e was painted zebra friend share signboard no huduro na ubusasa wo pe Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic obia ebe kire for Endpoint e wo 0244867068 and 0274234321 Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic wo mu demu Hajia special local foods abakade enye aduane ne aduane o ye wa aduane ne wa aduane enye nwanwa se Ghana ha ahemfo eyi akese we de na kese party akese se wo pe baabi a wo be serve wo ma wo ho se ye buffet ene wo mo ye se ye local continental dishes a wo bi atwa nani a Hajia special local foods e wo hacho atomic kwan no so ho no de ntie fe ne local foods ne se enye wo mo ye aduane a na wo mo atentam tomatoes wo apro meko apro jena apro garlic apro no de aye aduane se ehya bontine aduane edi yenye ne bisa dabi Hajia suro nyame etinye nwanwa se Ghana ha etitire se ministries agencies akese eye ahemfo na nanom ahema mo wo mo tenase no wo mo si ye bedidi ye didi eziban ye didi a wo mo se momfra Hajia special local foods efise hono ena aduane no ekoyie Ghana ha ba bia wo mo timi serve Hajia special local food pese wo fra eye 02463599921 02463599921 and answer 05947972115 05947972115 for not with them
Agofia hey brand new na edi na taro sahui the friend ahumeka hit patch so what yaw e wo hu ba bia now they are taro so e metie wa bi na do bra wo si eyi pain ene sister na yasi ari no na oda ho no enti we dey patch no na sister J ahumeka hit patch e taro wa yasi name a few minutes and you're ready hey bra ene miss me the power after construction ya na me back me neck pain ha me pa no na ma me papa e dey kutia arthritis anybody pains e yaduma say ahumeka hit patch
hey bra ahumeka hit patch no ayaduma pa me feel heat bi abra me dey tare no afebrity awa bi mo pains na jume kra
I told you so. Say your back pain, waist pain, menstrual cramps, any arthritis and quadia. You should ahumeka hit patch. What the herbs and oil. That's a ginger cinnamon and I. At a phone call Alpha Duo Pharmacy, Origin Chemist, Pharma George Accra, Palace Pharmacy Accra, Buakwa Pharmacy Takrad, Knock Chemist Takrad, and Malarigo Pharmacy Tamale. The BFL 0599-802297. FDA Ajijodin Kratuatum.
21st Clinic aye sciatica expert sciatica no o nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia besi ase ho no se ho techema eno ene ye fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu o to ase ka wo se dwe wo siremu wo je ho ba bia enye na no na 21st Clinic ba ye adwuma pa wo mu ye nti abasobo o magine wo Ghana ha ene amono ne enyasem ketewa wo mu je international awards ahodo wo mu je local awards ahodo na anu nso na wo mu bie the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa bibrim ha no ebi ni ba bia register 21st clinic nkoa wo mo de bibiduro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama ade ba ko a wo magidi wo mu pa no sciatica ena stroke nso de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade Ghana ha ba bia wo mo ho enkran ha se ye wo Tantra Hill runabout se wo free enkran ba ye wo wonsa ni fa so wo fra masaman so na ba nso a wonsa bonkum so ho na wo behu ye 0540311311 0540311311 na 21st clinic still wo mo ye sciatica expert
Ebushafo e mama kwa baba SOMPA 106.5 FM market ya pa for God and country jubedi na wasugusu a uti ya from Prof ABOCHIE minimo kasai ebraso se yene nana AYEBIAFO JNANA sa uri weni chiren sunyane dumesu a wono ene woye nkoso hene ewo ho nana abone ho modern pa nana is a mystic person. You can say mystic person ade hinte biaro nana etimi domkum etimi kohwemo. The last week on this particular show nana eka beyi hu asem now card the 3 types upon here am kofi ana brante be friend say otaso dai pa na odo check it abrobo bia oyebefo also sometimes they are tasoro but Nana would walk us through some fantastic discussion. I'm GDP say why you crado, how to use money, how to keep money, who your business what to do with business no beti me gina so di amaro san komodo so betuja. And again yankasa yabesa do asuko ewo yankasa ya brabo. Wankasa no eda ye wo no. What does he say about you? So we are kwabna den eka efa ho. We are akwesi den eka fa ho. We are adwo den eka fa ho. Me pa shop modern na koswetie SOMPA 106.5. Nana yema akwaba.
Yeah, Prof. Mejoso.
Na avon to say.
Onyankopon da Roma. Ahoden wo ho.
Nana de bia look fresh pa o. Me ya dia na udi akavedi bi pa. Because they are looking very good, very handsome, very fresh.
Yeah, he has any party utono nyangu ya na odidi na on stress home be
yeah.
That's good.
Na na ka edidi ya. I don't have problem you. Edidi ni edidi ben.
Ka say edidi I say I mean your co school science kakra. I say oduane na say balanced.
6 food.
You say balanced diet. But now no nam the way chemicals does you nuane mutino. So betimi na wa cut it down oil, salt, sugar, and na mono.
Ade den kwa.
Sa normal area ni nyina no obi bia na obe indulge in them. Now when you're very moderate no we den from best 45 years going na no. Ya there potom betimi about life.
Enchene.
Too much salt, too much sugar.
Ana esichire anwa
oil and nam kasa
nam koko ti be better so be fish.
Yeah, fish far better as compared to say obedi mojanam especially te prako nam no sa nantwi nam no those you know ya na ya de maneso.
Okay,
to be honest with you no obi bia na wapom din hia wo pa no obetimi a katewo nam. Say untimunye vegetarian obetimi the fish okay to say seafood no.
Yeah,
but say opese will live strong pa na yade basa no ma so a say na mekan salt chene after sugar
ana sichire
oil anwa duan
anwa
say jong food na ma na to pizza and say no nyina bebe no nyina anye very good.
Wow,
ubenya ya duan nkasa wo fi enkwan aduane. We do more vegetables, more fruits, so be no why exercise all the time. When you're 70 years, if you're now 50 years, people will believe it.
Wow.
Yes. Because apomodeno na many pa eluku whatever it is. Na make what did it chong no wada. At the end of the day, oil nko an was saying be the good to trim.
Hey nana. Hey, na no be me.
No was saying be a good to trim.
Serious mother be me.
You make be ko mu adu be become na all we go so. Oil na woody no. I mean to what did
it?
In Vedic knowledge one.
Yeah.
It's a Vedic knowledge, ancient knowledge.
Vedic knowledge.
Yeah.
Ancient knowledge.
So who did that? You're quite fast what you did. You see, and go meal be no 4 different kind of food should be there. I think it's one that is chewed, one that is licked, one that is swallowed, and 4 different kind of food. Me back on. The first thing is the idea I hot. Idea mu check ma cook akra.
And the first one I was
first thing because the thing say the system the way it's always closed. It opened the valves for it to accept aduane no. And idea hot say chili kakra wo mu eboa digestion.
Chili ni moko.
Eboa digestion. The way the bibi wie no. Now what take something sweet. So when sweet part then it closes for digestion to start taking place.
Oh.
You know, and you're good is over chassis and no my day frame from answer. What
did he?
We did the until call Asia. The mama China is say, mama what to say those Asia countries, you know. Almost ever be able to say cook green. No?
Yeah.
As a chichi be near that. The way we find out what they can have a clear answer. And then a boama system not be to accept food. Do the BBA the last thing you take is sweet because take it sweet here it closes the valve for digestion to take place. And said the mechano nam baby no because it take time and then I digest it.
Wow.
Yeah. And nam se procutrena sade we listening to say no be clear and some sade train now my price na udi kai ube kun oh, they see, and say, you know, chemicals need too much. Until vegetarians are no very safe. Now, be I was saying, didn't nam come on their life, and we are at risk at any time. So, I suggest that people should take more fruits, more vegetables, take more rest, do some exercise, cut down your red meat intake. We understand, sing Uncle Pondi or do be in Fiamano.
Yeah.
Who bet made 50 years. Now, why are rather them who bet 20 years and then we were at the age of 70. Nyame ma 70 years we be di and so be di no yem.
Ala wa kan so bi a
cho. Yeah, seriously, say who fear nyame dem ma no ntwa so. But 20 years other them now o battle sickness because when the want to take care of who fear ni dey wo ho. Ba be bre. Ntino who take care of yourself especially eat well and also but the environment are too much drama or no don't stay there. Baby or what be a gossip on stress tem be a buffon to quanto and no emotionally quientem. You know any relationship be a munatem be a drama then be a benyaso as a mass of problems of every time man. Second environment to get very, very healthy for your emotional health. You stay away from stress, you stay away from dramatic scenes. Don't take too much red meat, too much salt, too much sugar, take more water, exercise. Trust me, you will live 70, 80 years and you'll still be strong moving around.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We have free advice from Nana Jana. Nana Ebeda Wasepa. Roya, Pon 536 year, you fufu be a boy. We are. Waje club you knew back with the atoso.
Not the D. The point they say, yeah. According to the same verdict, you know, I heard that say, Ube to me after 6 p.m. Don't eat.
After 6 p.m.
Yes.
And
you do better the DSA be very light. The reason they say digestion needs heat. And they say we are not kokota. Now we idea mood dry. It take time and sana digest it. Do better you say at chakra by 6 p.m. no. Now what take you heavy meal. Okay. What take you heavy meal and I don't warm my digestion take it be about 2, 3, 4 hours and sana wa hakoda. Now make a be free I go do fi base 8. Okodu fi 8 na ya wo fufu de asi hwamon fufu se de posim katine ti ho na wa tini nyina de agu yam o wi obo bi abi de agu so
ai
enam se wa brenti no untim grant na
de bi untim tra o de bi du ana okoda
no hu ni se hia ba wo ye to aso a be se 5 6 7 years 10 years na ya de bi anke ye easy obetimi agbatra no na so mu especially mema ya de I find say prostrate e wo be me bia
yeah.
Who you be a one show did you year? Trust me, say we prostrate in them. The reason is say you mean and gas you know. And when you drew a woman is dying off because almost everything is chemicalized.
Sure.
They are chemical. Until guardian go be dinner mouse system no gradually no. Sa ho de ni ho bio. The one down so anya conscious, no one ye circumspect in regards to obi anya wudi a. They said diabetes no ne
hypertension, stroke.
Hypertension no ben obetime nya easily. No, because I do consultation with people. No, at times, we share a month for life, we go through. Young guys, whether it be hepatitis B or kidney issue, or serious. Don't want to hear any idea.
Lifestyle.
I'm telling you, a lifestyle. Especially in Sunday, you know, too much of it, and people should cut it down.
In
Sunday, baby, so you must cut it down. And nam baby ko na attack program bi hwe nam amanfo atwa mo we bi kwa na jo bi be 10 na kiba bi na amanfo we me say nam ya de na moto togu mo body mu za no that's serious. And you know, because me attend to people, a lot of people, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say pa every kese pa a kidney issue.
Kidney?
Is serious. I don't be bad 30 years. Nipa no kidney issue. Be bad 25 years, 40 years or kidney. But see, I deal with Catete will be over 80 years or begin now when I deal with. Now young guys. And it's because say too much sex, too much alcohol, too much meat.
Too much sex.
Yeah. When you add too much sex to some of these things, and gradually you open your prostate is here. You see, what I'm trying to say is that your life is a gift by nature. It is our responsibility to make sure that we take care of it. When you say taking care of yourself, because this is a gift that has been given to you by the Almighty Lord. It is your duty to make sure that we know okay. Now what we are so we say huna na body ni ade bamu a eno kwanya ko be judge wo because it's like say one more be ade say ade so mame na ni ba na wan hwe ni ye no you be angry. So we ye gift nyame dey man say ye van so no ye mo ho ban by eating well, by taking good care of it. Say the baby nya ho ni ati ma so nyankopon just imagine so obi a wo ye fun ye oyana wanu madura na nko be no so bomba ye bra so if your body is not taken care of, even yamasum kra be difficult. Yeah, side the aduane adidie is very important, very very crucial, because you are what to eat. Ade bi ekọ mu na ye wo. Nti when you careful about what you eat, trust me, say all to talk problems and amount.
Nana, thank you very much for the education. Yeah, you tanum beer after 6. You be jai. Oh, Nana, Debbie, how can I send you?
Jai no easy.
Oh, Nana.
See, let me tell you one thing. Some of these things, you know, when you become addicted to it, now try to ujaya.
Yeah.
A bit more about your. So, for instance, they be a maker, you'll be every day be on be a 3. Now, no, listen to this also. Really, then I think it's not so healthy for me. So instead of 3, no, me take it 2. Do you take it 2 now? Be 3, 4, 5 years or so. I don't know. So now me 1. Now why no 1? It will more. I be do by busa. I don't know. Me 1.5. So we say gradually, no.
Yeah.
Ube ti me jai. Now see ube ti me jai. I give you only be 3 weeks. Ube say you go back.
Wow.
In jai, yes sir. At the bonnet house ujaya, you must give time. Because this our body now has been created, say it can adapt to any environment gradually. Anything I go in Korea, I say, oh, driver for some toilet be one, public toilet one. Okra will take care anymore. What to me? Okay,
correct.
Because it how bomb.
But one more thing, China.
No bit why how did he? You know the reason why?
Why?
Our body is said that it is able to adapt to any environment that you bear associated with for a longer time. Obia. I didn't know to person who jai bia in China precope. So I'm not person ya bia in precope. You gradually move towards that thing, and the body will gradually adapt to that. The better by being any news will be never be fine.
Nana, thank you very much. You've really educated us this afternoon right here on SOMPA 106.5. But Nana, I had a conversation with some people, and idea a yomo, a quaya, obetimia fast or be business or be successful. Obviously, the business they do, one, your spiritual life must be very intact, and obi ohwa, nyamina bono say ombra asase so. Say nipa no, ebia na nyame ewo talent bia. Say nipa no ewo, but say nipa no onim se okra sa talent no. Obi ohun say abochi eye radio dwuma, entimi so me radio dwuma. Ebia na do so no. and your talent. But where I have gotten to know, also a piano went to me and do. Obi oha oton koko. Also why I dream say, ah, ni buy ton koko or yes kentino. Meso kwa kwa ye koko. Now, in setting up a business or coming out to start a particular trade, it was a one kasano was says one uni pediano. Now bisa who say, then I may edi edremimo. And how would you know?
Okay, thank you very much. And I'm say, wow, question now will be sana from beginning. I question now answer back.
Sir,
so it seems one kasano very smart.
Me very smart.
Yeah, say
good.
Yantiasi obi bia na owasa asu we are very unique. Unique in the sense your current life no is directly based on your previous deeds.
Your current life?
Yes, it's directly based on your previous deed. I will explain.
Okay.
So see you pay near domi market here. Now who say woman bit tomatoes table or ton tomatoes in there. Any sane mind will tell you say this tomatoes no. Anya she in about 2 months ago no be DI. And I'm what? So I got tomatoes now. I'm a dream the tomatoes no be ni DI and be say and one free baby na tutor for my wife in Yajuman. You can't be ton tomatoes. You know it's about 2-3 months ago no obi dia tomatoes. And in tina abigo table so I water no. Sansona okwa fu na mmiro no so bi 8 tomatoes wo mmiro mo na now could a sane mind that you know so we acha be 2-3 months no e be harvest. So your life ya nka say kura ye no it is not out of the blue. Say if you obi catch out say your life is by chance by an accident nipa ni nim the oka. You see you have a very handsome face, but your face and my face, you know, are two different.
Sure.
If you have to see, Obi onimi ya babo mi din different, abo din different because you nimi nyepe.
No correct.
Obi a very tall, Obi a very short, Obi a very fair, Obi a very dark. Even the back emotional side of the Obi a very smart and very intelligent. Obi see so dumb. What I'm trying to say is that there are so many inequalities in life. Say a man kwan pa say God is giving you another chance. Say how you look, your circumstance, you know. Fadia ba community and say become one. I'm sure say about 99% of the people in the world, you know, would like to add something to whatever they possess. It means even though we might appreciate the way we look, you know, there are few things being young at the home. What does it? There are some people me but some feel it's a mad too much.
Yeah.
Your bear man can pay. Yeah. So the question is, they intin nyame bo be ma na o ma o say ni mu yi. They intin nyame bo oba say wo hwe mi na o ma wani mu a wo hwe. Wo yo oba wo na mabontu utumi shi oyonko ba bi hwe na ni mu say yeah hu efo.
Yeah, no crime.
So na your be ma you meet a guy out there so wow, this guy is so handsome. So the point is who is giving all these variations? Because I can't say akora bia innocent and me boy.
Yeah.
Nti akora be innocent there. Why say ye innocent? Now manfo appear in such a wonderful environment and some people are appearing in very terrible critical situations. So one here obeka say before na ye abronta before na you have some reasons, I mean some excuses to be. But me dey say obi bia na oba asase we say the otie no e onyankopon na ye ne sa. Obia say we oba we obema we tuntum we koko we kese usa whatever it is no enyame na aye osa. And we know based on the scripture say nyankopon ye partial. So one do be in time will be.
Yeah.
It means nyankopon we are neutral with everybody there. Then you should not be seen giving very good things to some people and bad things to some people. But see I me no kese ye won krofo a omo be wo no na omo ba nani afira ebi mpa no ye ba fan ka ho.
Yeah.
Binzida.
ABSC.
You know, in Zakra, no, you're innocent. Why would God, who is known to be omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient, allow a child now no you're innocent? Our boss as for the first time. Ebema no appear in such condition. The life of my dear friend and your own experience be that. Why would God do that? See, there are many people who refuse to accept the existence of God because of these inequalities in life. So they end up becoming atheists. So Nyankopon nyame bia ni ho. Be nyame ho pa de akora keto onu fini ma me yamu ba onu ye innocent no. Why will God allow akora no say ya wona ni afra bi ka me kon ye ba fine. Ebi m kwa ye autistic na no bansu obi ho ne ma me nya wonu wi a. The life of that woman comes to an end because unni any freedom be abi. Akora no tem bia so wo ho.
Yeah.
Nti no baby say why will God allow this? Oka obi se de be Nyankopon ni munyam be dadi ntia. Na mse wiase de obi ape Nyankopon ni munyam. Mema he no moyere no menyensan a. Omo ka che Nyankopon me pese wani munyam dadi o me ba mti me ba na nimfra.
Bianye.
Nobody would do that. So it means a situation will be ampe. But some kids are appearing in that condition. So is it say Nyankopon no nim say akura no ba sa na? The answer is God is all knowing, so he knew. And as Nyankopon no nim, is it say he doesn't have power to change things? When who's back in this condition, no one says God have the power to change all things. The next question is Nyankopon, yes,
yeah.
Over 2 million. Is it say God is not very merciful? So the condition or changing. God is all merciful. So if God is all merciful, all knowing and all powerful, why will he allow some kids to appear in such conditions? And I was saying now bisa. Na sebi se wonim di about some of these things ni anymore. You begin to blame Satan. Na wo ya age to me bi kura fi nyame nsema koma bonsa.
Okay.
O ya abayifo na aye. O abronsanfo na aye. Okay, abayifo ho abronsanfo ho. Nyankopon nza akra ye obawe innocent child. Onim se fie baye wo mpa. Ankra ye wo mu fie nim nyina ankra no nkoye ndi de nti na nyame mai wo ye wo sa akra no fie o. When you begin to question yourself,
yeah,
then you come to the realization, say, there is nothing like by chance or mistake in this world. That God truly knows what he's doing. But he do all these things based on some criteria. And the criteria, and say, for you to see tomatoes being sold in the market, it means obedient tomatoes.
Correct.
So for you to appear in this condition, that is to say, you have done something that deserved. You've done something that makes you deserve such a situation. Situation it is good for you to blame somebody, have some excuses. But I'm telling you, say, you are part of whatever situation you find yourself in.
Wow.
Yes. You are part of whatever situation you find yourself. Stop blaming people and start addressing yourself. How am I able to overcome these challenges? Because you are part of it. Because right from the beginning, God will use a criteria, and one of the criteria and say you must deserve something before say you know better the situation.
SOMPA FM.
You know, akora no banada ben or ye bone anti or deserve sir. Unim Bible mo me can't in the Bible wa hu. I love quoting the Bible at times because at times it makes a lot of sense. But unfortunately, people who have been leading us in this Bible, no, I no more for my dream. For instance, as young for ni Yesu nam, na obi oyare, as young for ne try bibia omuntimunye, omuntimunye sana yade. According to Bible, no, nene ni efra o say nene ni efra woni ma me yem. It means say all ban nene ni efra ye won blind. Nti Yesu sana yade nyina wiye no. And as you have for no business, a master. Now, crowd, no. And a bonny be a wire. And I never mammy bonny be or ye, and papa bonny be or ye, and a man and a man whom a situation in one. So you're breaking into three. First question. A crown and a bonny be or ye, and a man and Freyana. Bible say I wouldn't in your friend. So the question is that Ben or Cocoya Bonino. And yes, you have one air refer to say in a bonny or ye, and a man in your friend. If you ask this question, that should tell you, say, a suya for no, yes, we are suya for no. No more believe say, I did be a better no. It must have some reactions. I mean, I did be a better must be the reaction of some action. Until you know, a crano, your own and near friend. Or near one than your near friend. Then tea and a near friend, as you have to say, and a bonny be or ye in Tiana. And then we used to life for me na. Time and a jumo ye nyina Yesu ta kan asem bi so bi ayade a
yeah
asem ba kwa Yesu kan say masaya ade bajo ko na mo men konko ye bibi say bio say de be ya ade asin say be den
also.
So what it means is a bonny yenti and the come and yes. See, people are not paying attention. You say Messiah there. Men conquer ye be at say beam. Said the bear. They are saying say and also. So what it means is your condition be a woman, especially the painful situation a woman we caused it. Whether knowingly or unknowingly. We caused it.
SOMPA FM.
Nti no obi ane de sha ase won nkura bi da be no call so ye. Nti ho na wuduru ho we are now no. You see your science even the science of karma and the science of reincarnation.
The science of karma
and science of reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
Anybody who doesn't believe or accept the science of karma and the science of reincarnation will never be able to understand the inequalities in life.
Okay, so the science of karma no yedenga.
The science of karma ne say adie bi obedua bia no obetwa.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You reap what you sow.
You will reap whatever you sow. So to every action there is opposite and equal reaction. That is the science of karma.
Okay.
And it is a would tomato, sir. You don't expect to go and harvest pineapple. So after 2-3 months, and you go to the farm, tomatoes in
yeah. True. True.
Tomatoes in
true.
Okay. And then that's the law of karma.
The law of karma.
So I did be as answer now could do a pineapple, but on a pineapple suku nobody. So whatever it is that you sow, no, that thing you reap.
So is that the one we term as the law of karma?
The law of karma, yes, that's it.
Karma.
The law of karma.
Karma. That's it. That's fine. That's fine.
So karma no is K-A-R-M-A. I'm going to karma. Yes, karma.
Karma.
A Sanskrit word which means the cause and effect.
Effect.
Which means that every action will produce a result.
Sure. Sure.
So both good and bad produce a result.
Sure.
So anybody who doesn't understand or accept this law cannot understand or explain the inequalities in life. And then I'm saying the science of karma nature say ade bi obedua no obetwa. Nti yemfa aduade anya example. So obedua mako a acha 2-3 months na mako na ba. Okay, but obedua kashiwa it take be 5 years answer. Okay? I didn't know obi a even a young man wakotena sefi and na odua koko nti e ba mafo tinkran mobile life omoji omanyi no on the akwadwuma na oye na wodo koko bi a be 50 acres and na watena mu as a young boy don be 20 years say obi a be 50-60 years now we decided so mama nko trankran na me so me nko rest ma bre nti area wote no afeso ana ne koko hwesefo no ayeden asa koko no omako kari na sika bebrebe no mra koto na council nti mu amone man oluman ti area na mu hu so okwafu mo oya adwuma bia no da bia man ne tete ne ka mu na o didi no enjoy yes agoi on pebre na onya sika wen okay mun nim time na oya young na oya afu no you didn't see it. Nti say no onya sika odi no you might be wondering na ko yes come na so oya ya na ko bi ka make money ritualist bia na bibi because e hu so okwa adwuma there be otifie but this guy seems to be enjoying too much sana karma nete tomatoes no 2-3 months na ba cashew any cocoa no it take very long time
baso na babum
and nti na me say the law of karma na say ade bia obedua obetwa no at times so the sowing and the harvesting no distance no wapia emeto yen na ya enjoy the fruit of our labor ndeba ne say obi a senka ya hunamu aduade ne yeka de a odua ne kokoo ne cashew na tama na nso no wuye no ne mabeba beden abe benefit from the toil no meboa but in the science of this mysticism ne de wona odua kokoo no tama na nso ama want me enjoy the fruit no you have to come back and enjoy the fruit. That is the science of the reincarnation. Because what you can do and I am said you obedient no ese otwa okay we dia no time and some one twa and free mukoi you have to come back to harvest it.
Oh
nti no na the science of reincarnation no nti na mysticism say those who doesn't believe or accept the science of karma and the science of reincarnation will not be able to understand or explain the inequalities in life because then ya will be oba na ya will be bema. See, I mean, okay, say say ya wo bi wo US and UK na Germany baby ya wo no ne ma me no ko hospital no onkura bucket bia ne yefu no de nyem no ko hospital ho onkura he what the answer okura ayi antenatal book keke okoduro everything will be provided and ya he okura wie no ba no ya man napkins bi ya man diapers ni even omuni ani omu jema so bi bla fa ko vie ba okọ Ghana has slim baby a no yes slim nko ala ye nkura baby a
nkura se ne kura
baby a ma na nkasa te no hospital bi ani ho even chip company ko bi ni ho light bi ani ho na wo aka no just say you no cross nsuo and say baby de nako ka kwan kura ani ho na gase bi o ye va international traffic dirim bi ko ye de to moto so they say June July nsuo to moto na nsuo na bom matchom gise kukuri sha chiri. So somebody is going through all this. Now I could read maybe come by when say be am pakore ani ho nti ma me na wo aka no ye ne beto fom kete bia na bi go make entuma bi no bi rase ho ne ya jojo wa wie no oda fom. By the same time somebody has taken birth e Germany wa bia ko hair condition mu mpa na oda so no bell bo ho nya mia ya na sini di mika na waduro. So you ask yourself say na nkora mi eni we o mo ye innocent so called how am I appear this time? Why is this one going through this difficulty and that one seems to be enjoying everything? Is this a young couple no names are crowd baby? I want to say it. So if God is aware, why did He permit it? Yeah, about question also about sikasem.
Yeah, about okay.
But I mean, when I'm explaining, I want to make sure that people really get the basics.
Sure.
And yes, I idea maybe I was so people might not get it well. Good. You know, this is a foundation. So based on your previous life, you know, you are very unique. Very unique. So akrana ya wona say akurasi bibia potona because bibia nye no. There is still something unique about this child that's who's uniqueness now. Obetim de die.
Sure.
Nti obi bia no was something very unique with him. Until before so be share adwuma say no, don't even think of money first. Think about what is compatible with your star.
Are they compatible with your star?
And if you're able to find that compatibility, you see say obenya passion for adwuma na wo ye no. You wouldn't be thinking of money first. You'll be thinking of the service I will render, no? But automatically money is going to come. But if you are not compatible with what you're doing, you know, we interest in the outcome, not the input.
Wow.
So first thing, you must look for what is compatible with your star. And you can only know this unless you meet somebody who understands the intricacies in some of these things. And yes, now he will be and also be obey your mistake. See, obey your mistakes, because the person I know maybe be a completely different from over there. The one can say one uniqueness. No one who are there compatible with you. Obey a big mistake. Why are there local hospitals?
Yeah.
At times you can just go there like a visitor. Go and sit down and look at what is happening there. Some of the nurses there will be very active, and you see them say they are very happy doing the work.
Yeah.
Obi so turn watching and no pause you know to na phones ni kura na sa obi kura ya na kura o mi yawo
no kura
only any passion for that job no sika na bia make Ghana adwuma ni hanti no nurse de onya ya aban be positive enu nti na wakọ adwuma no but obi ya na passion no trust me say obi yare da ho na ni pan kwa jana ho nan gu no ho a this person can clean up on feel bad. So what I'm saying is say ye nyina no ye very uniquely made, so try say obi hu no one kasa identity. So because I say, if you misplace your priorities, you know, you misplace your identity.
Identity.
You must know who you are, and then know what is compatible with your star. Start with that. If you are able to do anything that is have some kind of inclination to your star, 70% and we are successful.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
70%.
70% success.
We are successful. Because it is something aligned to your star. Like I was saying, no matter how bad your karma is, there is something very unique about you. If you're able to identify that uniqueness will be able to propel you to success.
Hi, Charlie, Nana, in fact, you are mesmerizing me.
No, I'm just telling you the reality.
That's the reality, but it's getting me mesmerized.
Yeah.
Because,
oh,
who baby?
Zoom lion. Bola no boy.
Yeah, bola who
this man is damn rich.
Yeah.
As I say, who's a big boy because you feel better.
Yeah.
But because all chance say no big man. He started in a very small way. He saw something that has some inclination to his star. So as I mean, okay, so we be to kuku. or the better the money now more university.
No correct.
Let him get fee. Now will be air ton gold, will be ton. Then nani panel the car. You case no to fee. What I'm saying is that you must first identify your identity. Secondly, identify what is compatible with your own identity. And how do you know that? You can meet somebody and nipa mount be 5, 6 things I will be to me. One can say, you know, say you have love for this thing. You start it. Say idea aligned to your star. Maybe 70% and we are successful. You just have to put in the 30% effort to become the great person that you want to become.
Okay, ABOCHIE SOMPA 106.5 FM market you are for God and country Jumadi and as I bring so we're sharing on Facebook and again more mutieng the various radio station SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra, SOMPA 106.1 FM Thachman and SOMPA 101.1 FM Takwa. But now the problem is how to know your star.
Yeah. So one thing is that we are ancient knowledge. Baby a chomuno, not your ancestors, no, they knew. But unfortunately, through all this organization here, United, I'm not no be a here empire to tuning in energy. So, person who will be a baby a choma your own crassino. That I need name toothpaste.
Sure.
And in those one of a part, the way and say, body, you call from Kucha body, Diana. Body and Cassana, you didn't know, no, dear, walk, dear body, Diana Simono. Yan Tunchene. Yet the two fee, the Anopa, Uchebia. Now the Adiabo Boswa, Elbow Bosna de Chaco, Atum Bidi. No Abo Boswa, and not the baby was saying, Yana or I tell you about Kuruno, you're saying Krasenberno. Then they did the years where you could use but I see a supermarket beer. Ubenya all the toothpaste or mudi charcoal na. So what I'm saying is signing dear best 100, 200 years ago na na no yusua. Na omunko in a science school beer or makasi a research or hono. Nina na would yenti no ancient knowledge. Say science a developer do say. So one person sembe pura who is to charcoal a bomb by. But 200 years ago, none of yet our Banomunku school beer. So I'm saying, it's a number of beer. Now, one, to tuning in a diagu, but still down named dear Engra. Only say it will be with only few people. And internal, I am a cat, say Abrofono.
Yeah,
they are making good use of natural gift and Yankopon de Amayina. And until no more Kwan or Moka Yakachino. Obeka some few weeks me Pepe catch no say time Abrofono ba from money as and for akon mo di omosun kunimda.
Yeah.
O money adanka yi for fante for like that.
Me carry that story.
Omo yetimu dividi omo because we were powerful. But bisa hon Africa country ben no betimi ni Israel for konto.
Baby enyi.
Because omo ba ha no ka say wo the agent be wo no.
Baby.
Obesuma
drone aba be sell.
So baby say hon say how is it possible say nkrofo years back, about 400 years ago, no, omo ba ha ye no omo kono. Yetimi di video omo. Na they say no, omo twi emu ten to the point say even na the one who the Israel for the year has well for no. Omo pager phone na here omo ha pager and omo communication no.
Yeah.
There's a 5,000 something now blasted at the same time.
Pagers no.
Share. You see the warfare across the sea no. We be say for here. Asasi we mu no. You are even say real earth metals. Ade bi a ohun fefefe bi e no mo de. Say you gold your way, say you lithium no, uranium no sa no we nyina no na aborofo no di ko nim dentem. Hwe you be a friend say chip. Enye sim chip yi bi o. Sa chip ya o say AI technology chip no de be ye. Ne mobile phone smartphone yo mo de chip na nyina no real earth metals no mo de. Ndi aborofo no omo de omo take advantage of the gift and nature they am even here Africa component e wo mo to omo be dini na no omo de ko omukrum last mba me mistake bi I say me kana am for say menye papa ye o ka say me can say yes country bi omo uranium no omo nya just 2 billion but omo nya 18 billion no
yeah
because say Burkina Faso so when I checked a different country
all right
and Burkina Faso so we team in that time na in fact mistake am here Burkina Faso a different country. So all the point I'm trying to raise here and say, all these earth metals in Africa, but we are not taking advantage of them. Ebia say nimdian kasa ye di buya se manipadi no. Nimdian yana hanan nyina woni ya tu ni nyina agu. Minim say obabi ofiri aba ye okura ase no.
Yeah.
Said that time na ye wo akora wo fia. Ma me bi ne be wura da mu akọje akwa na wo.
We kai pa.
Onye nurse nye doctor ni.
Sure.
Obeji da wo a ti ma me no beji obi a wo ye twa akwa na fun bibia anya akora no. No mu ko school da. E nimdie. And now the part of what I'm trying to say is that Nimdian Casa Africa, you are tuning in Diagu because I say, so what continue with them, baby, no BB and Hobabo, I would do Yans and Bisson BB. But baby, no BB at the Mawa, you don't think anymore.
Now, Babinko Facebook, now I brought to you sending messages here repeatedly.
Okay.
Also, my name is Nketia Kwame Michael. I want to know the work that would help me in life. I was born on Saturday, but I don't know the exact date. Can you please help me? Give me his number. Please, I'm watching.
Yeah, betting me the number and many pan, but the whole point, and I say,
yeah,
a very good question, Ubisano.
Yeah.
I want the embassy see we are just coming there.
Okay.
Until Ubis a crime bench and I'll file bit to me who some of these things.
Yeah.
Because a gradually in our system, but there are so few people they have access to this information. They make sure say obi biana ye ne wo deal ye ne de omunimo nti no say adwuma kra na ye say ye fa nkrofo wo adwuma no mu a ye make sure say bia make say bia marketing manager e wo sompa ha.
Yeah.
CEO ne board of directors no obon say bia omo dey atoni people so ye pe marketing manager e wo sompa. Amount of baby need your applications beba. An application no woman obehu din date of birth no bibia wo. That's the first thing they will look for. Because based on your destiny no, based on your star no. As I said, you are able to become a marketing manager.
A marketing manager.
They all the CV no more. You better sort out amount for first or more date of birth and a corresponding to a Juma marketing manager.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The almost sorting now we are. Then now you better call a credential to say ni panel, maybe a week a PhD, maybe a week a degree, week a master's. But the first thing now on be consider the star base. Anything now will be our ha, mom will broach more heavy they make it. Abrochate will be what?
Yeah.
The second ni panel or IPA, you better to ho. The hour no you better, the minute you better a day, you better a year, you better a month. Because they want to know the person. The China being BBC say bad, they know the person they are dealing with. Okay, but unfortunately, you have yes, I say date of birth to go you down. The down you bupa asamaba.
No crepa.
But brother there, me say obi a wa bruchire. O kwa obano. E so wo din o de beto akra no. Say ha ye twen ase na oche. E say ma wa wi de metu. No, abruchire wo a. E say wo din a wo de be ma akra no din ni wo ho. Nti ho na na ye register bibia nti o kire bu ntum nchenyi no. Say Ghana ha bo ha na ye bo football a. Yes, under 17. I call my number about 45 years. I see under 17. I'm planning to make a passport. The man know see, into the hair, hand boy, 2, 3, 4 years. You are going in and I'm going. Only ACM the ball, born on the way. Or no more bastard as you know, Mombo. Some is a conform with no more. Because then feeling is a woman I make a fear. You should know, you said read it. But your America has a possible to be date of birth. No, you can't do that because that very day I want an information in the ecosystem. But also the hour no, you don't continue to be about 2-3 months. No, now my man is back for your passport. That's when you have to go there. Say, back for your birth certificate. To course, me ban me one. We are say no, 10 years ago. So Abrofono, they start building their nation like this.
Okay.
Because they human resource and the people you are dealing with, you know. Say, oh, my best a fool here, and now Krabe say. 10. I mean, I will be almost 67 years. What you do now, I'm Krana. Obons and Krano be an equal to the Krano. Obons will be an idiot. Omonko school go see be our fear no master or mobile. But what troubles will be a leader. Among Krano Motihono. The Baku, the way of conduct, maybe Biano, a co leader. Because the only people say, "Oh, come on, be happy." I probably need the honor a charitable person. But we how now know I'm watching. I said, "The nature." So the Western world, they know these things, and because of many women, and they pick up some of these things. Okay, you must find somebody who will be able to identify this for you. When you are there, also for here, so uncle Tenas and Koya Conchene. Now, I'm prophecy in Famount. A science and Yankopon they are taught. So people must know this.
But I remember Kwama watch Rebimu. Omo be lucky on betting your friend Benjamin or so. Maybe I told Debbie. Nana, dear, said, messages in there overwhelming. Messages in there very overwhelming.
But before you back home, I confirm a month for Yanti. I say we can even continue maybe next week.
Sure,
that is the time we want because the foundation.
That's week. You bet me have to ask.
A month for anti foundation. I say they might not see the importance of say what I say. One no stand and say Juma we and people might not even get it.
Okay, Nana, can you permit me? Mami call Facebook. Nana Gianna AYEBIAFO is an ancient teacher whom God has sent in our generation to teach us life, to teach us the reality of life. This one also says that Nana AYEBIAFO Gianna is the leader of Transformation 108 Foundation. So the person is preaching that we should follow you people. Donko Isaac says that means our parents disappointed some of us for not keeping our date of birth. Yes.
One of the big problems this part of the world. You date now. Education
messages in the doors. Grab wisdom here for free. Free of charge.
You don't go to a pastor or software patch or a bompire mama juma. The first thing is say, ask yourself, say, is it what you're supposed to do? Okay? But unfortunately, no, you're bompire, but we are not even asking ourselves, say, Juma, and a year Juma says, yeah, do one mix your way. Because you follow the cloud. Do one number.
We are successful.
No, one casano, you must find something very unique with you. Did I make us say based on your date, time I wo, day na ya wo, bosomi na ya wo, muni afi ya wo munu, chile ni pa kwa wo ye. Na no se be chile wo, enya adwuma nko a wo, chile unipa su. Chile wo ya the same. Chile se de wo ne nkofo relate.
Wow.
Chile se wo be nya che wo nyinche all this information ni na no abono boa. I'm telling you.
So
every information about you is already encased in a special science just for you. I didn't know I saw for the woman so be about in China what can be go see me a bomb pie. Now meet me you be betraying. But no matter why very unnecessary to go and waste the time of God. A science you should be able to learn as a leader. You'll be able to guide the people. I said you'll be back in China say Daddy, but you person me share you must then I say me ya. Enya afia me say me nko fast na me nko tea nko poni masem.
Yeah.
Abisa within the same. We did to better the same. Then I can just see say wono adwuma we ni na betimi aye. Obetimi be adwuma be say 5. Emu bia wo ya obetimi aye then I successful. I don't need to go and waste God's time because yankopon di ni pa na ba no information be e fa no bia say phone yi. Efra bro chire ba no bia so na manual dem.
Yeah.
So obi bia no manual kan ho. So get the manual and you'll be able to guide the person properly. Okay, many a times as of for omojeje awade no. Oba ne be mani nya kwa omo so omo yo omo counseling. Da bia ya counsel nkro so awade na egu. Dentia because the two persons number one they are not compatible in the first place. To ba counsel omo so omo kokoto Bible tifi enyina. So what I'm saying is nimdia we no every leader must learn this kind of knowledge, Now when you find leading crofo. So when it comes to a Juma very important because I did know that at the NSU table so it's so important. But there's almost any panel when a bit me abuano in life. And yet do be any bin about quiet. Because would do be a Jumachi will be a big mistake. One can find out what I will be to me based on your star. And no check. Me o check my style. I am a natural consultant.
Wow.
Yes. So meet me at Tennessee and I do best at 10 p.m. Meet me at Tennessee when you pass my dear chairman about 5. Men nunsu, many demons sorry like that for the whole hours.
Wow, really?
I get to be a micro magic be a day. I'm telling you, say it is my passion.
The idea when it jam.
And my passion, no, it is with me. Intimate me again. I'm not for mobile. I me Tennessee be and I do best at 10, 11, 12. Me Tennessee my dear chin. I thought about me a 5. Number as it me yeah, you know, there's a lady that came to me. Oh, here on Nana, bear last part 1. You know what? Tell me what check. Around there, 3-4. Obama said, I've been thinking, say, have you eaten?
SOMPA
I said, no. I said, one so because I have been here. I'm not one of my I know be able to traverse 5 hours and no complain. So I check them. Say now on some things I don't want and I do what I have to understand. Now say no, I don't feel like eating. No, I'm okay. I say me ti ho nyina no na me dwen wo ho. The point is say it is my passion and it's part of my style. You know when I'm doing this, you know, me feel say my bread. Doctor Nia I na juma say Nyankopon ba o me na juma no. Anajo on na yere na dampa so 1 a.m. na ye friend say emergency aba.
Aba sorry aba.
Nkata nani. Anyete sika oba beje na ye ne de wo. Ontimu nkata nani say obi yare for dampa so na o twe no na yere obi tum ni kazi akodi pa no. But the onu sika na o pre no e. O the phone better silence kora mamenyo no ngwa na ye ni pa wu na ye de. What I'm saying is that Sadia be your passion. A bonti will be piano OTA no. Maybe and that time non permitted because you are mantem. Subsequently, no me buy I feel be say benya bread be a bear 1 hour no.
Yeah.
People will call, they give the date of birth no. They are more maybe a best 4-5 days kind of a juma will be to me a based on the star. Say be a own be our life no washing be a gua or manna air ban. Try to get this information and guide them. Obi wa ne buy a school. Or here juma air trendy I don't sika woman or say me back oyebi. No pushi akra na ko school. Obewie no on fine nye hwe. Ba se wo hu akra ne da achi ade obetimi aye na wo guide no properly. E bi mpa na say juma na opese koye no wadwen sika bi anim. Ba e ho na nipa ne be den. O de bedi. So what I'm saying is that say wo ye obi a wonyi bebrebe a obetimi a change no mu a find out. Ajuma ben na obetimi aye. What the baga na yamamu yimu a there were so many of them maybe more parliamentary. Being a leader is not even part of their destiny. But once again, now you're a politician, now you're a leader, we need access to many things. Because of that, they need to know to know or grab. But somebody who is a real leader or the person is taking of the people, not himself. I didn't know. I do maybe or for people. The American say, okay, last me, but because you have 4 arms. I know we are say all pretty.
Sure.
You the leaders are from the the Brahmanes. They are the head of the body. You are the Kshatriyas. They are the arms of the body for protection. You are the Vasyas. And then you are the mercantile class, the business class. That is the stomach. They feed the body. Then we have the laborers, the Sudras. They are the Lexa. And then the Antiyajuma. So the whole material universe, is identified with a body like ours. Onamwa. And you would and a guide. Obi be anything you do, man. Then person in make any wedding life because the head guides you. So the head of society, is the first class that their duty is to give advice, is to counsel people, to coach people, so that you make me live my life properly. Then the second class of society, are the Kshatriyas. They are the administrators, the politicians, the chiefs, the kings, the MPs, and omona your hand. And no, for protection and for administration. Then the stomach is the business class, and then the mercantile class, and then the farmers. Almost the feed the body, Then the legs and sudra. Until even say yes, a little leader, sir. If you're able to identify this person, leader be a man, I'm trying to buy be a make no sudra. As some call you labor, you be no be a president, and I said you are as a minister. Then obey only any idea how to lead people. So yes, we should all come to the realization. Better and say. Then a bird Juma says, yeah, bit me a boy. Yempe Juma bit me, yeah, it goes with our star. And so, oh, you be not a person who say, well, Juma, oh, yeah, or star who say, it's not about the money in the Juma, even though you can't hear but who say, oh, passion.
You have passion for the
for
job.
What you're doing. I say, you can't cry, so tear. It's easy for you because we are so much concerned. We are so passionate when it comes to that. That should tell you say it is aligned to your style. But they making as a crano be a person by idea no ade kwa wadi kura na ha say menye ba bi na mekondira mete ya menye ba bi a mesora ko sisi ya means you waduma. Yes, because your baby my betimi abeja manfo date of birth near your mom be at 3-4 different kind of professional betimi aye. But say wo tie me ati transiting waduma wo ye no. How do you feel for waduma no? I see you push once and why na. Is it something you have passion for? Bisa ho? Because nature end intro. Nature I cannot correct. Until who waduma wo ye na wo passion for waduma na. I am telling you, say I will start no. Just do it. You will be successful. But waduma wo ye no mpe.
SOMPA FM.
Teacher na wo teaching na wo ye no ye teacher no ye teaching no. Kese wo yo no bukura fu. Time okura so say yam pon na o sa na wo ko.
Na ko de da.
En kwani ade kese hu yo bufu se hu do yam se nye waduma no tum ka firi ho. To ka firi ho. They tell you say you must have passion for the work you do. Until ya mo tie say na mo already wo ye adwuma no. O person hu say waduma ye waduma. Fine am. Then later and so you bit me as because with the date of birth and we able to tell you kind of a juma bit my obia obey say 5, 6 up to best 10 different kind of job bit me aye. Look to sumu ba ko success will be there. Enya sa dey a oni na musa.
Oni na musa.
Say ba ifo nko na ba you ofi.
But nana mystically no so no. Before to me a change you be destiny.
Yeah, why not? They omit my change your destiny. Now, before somebody change your destiny, means that also in your past life you did something, say your destiny must be changed. That's serious, eh? This world is so sophisticated and complicated. Say, be a basic. Just imagine. See, you know, when car be a two. Say, you can't be a two and can hire a cook master. Nipet no be for water region by, will be for not, will be for her, will be for in a gum. You gum na, you could do come my cat, tam, no be you. When say because I can't crash no. A branch be drew when happen to be dimming around him. When I the last person, I will book who said didn't know about press and one matimoha. Was if you one can't have a room. Again, Wako. You could do come team to be you. So we say why? What I say by chance? Yes, death is very painful. Accidentally very painful. But trust me, nature gathered all the people because it's a time for them to live. No money, I find it's a collective karma. All of you time asunti mun kona mun contem. Hey. They make it must sound to be kind of funny, something, but that's serious. Nature doesn't make a mistake. Until the sitting in everything is organized. Everything is working so perfectly. So they make sure and say, Abraboni is so complicated. See, upia bonte ha. Now will be a bonfutogu and a be a bonzogu. Or that's a moon banner, no? Only the beggar. No, see, Massa Wayne, wouldn't a catch your Mohana will begin a hano. Well, you fear any mono. No, I'll bow what is so. The possibility of better reply, no, you're best in 90%.
SOMPA FM.
But I mean, can be slow. When I would know any panel bones or goose or not, some trouble sumono. So you will be a understanding reincarnation and karma. You will be someone say, me kwana mse dem ne ba na sente me tu ni ka begina kwan ho at the same time kai tu ma bonso gumi hu awa bonso gumi na ye mistake na me kan ba san ba ma so maka ho why so what me follow the trend to your previous life obonso any pa we no one was some assignment to be in your previous life and this lifetime no is all responded to something you did in the previous life ntini pa ne ba yawo na ka say akoya bo masumpa o ade me yawo enya be onko enya be onko. You end the karma there. But also can say, hey, na mina boma sumsa ano ne obeti bi ehia. Na we giga no so apa na sumu a. You sow another seed to prolong the karmic reactions. Until the American just say, abrabon the way atie no very complicated. No me is until some of us no. Because say me obi am ade na enye ade very unfavorable to me. Because okay, somebody is looking at this scenario. No was even though very unfavorable to me. Is there anything I met me? I am many partner or him and was be a film that Chinabino. So no cause that situation more. Obegina de me and so now one active properly na. There metaka say at times do na car kwan ho. Na when him na obi cross kwan no because make no oya phone or call phone so. Yeah. The one he been kuma hwe for drew na car no born no pain. And then it shake car kwan so no when him ho nipa ni wuye. When I would see we, I'm telling you throughout your life. Bribi a obey na car kan say we check car kan mu no. Sa see na hu that day no.
E be pop up.
Obe hu
no cray.
So for you to learn to become very cautious when you are crossing the road, you know, nature has to take somebody's life.
So
so when something happens to you, nature person also acted properly. You should be humble and learn, and then let people learn from you.
But I'm for date of birth.
Because 5 about that.
Yeah, 5 about
until
next week.
Next week I'll be around.
Yeah, next week. Nana will be around. So Nana will take care of you. Yeah. But Nana, in fact, today you have walked us through some good lessons, and we must say that very, very grateful for the why they are mine, and we want to say
there's something that's trending. Let me say baby can be about forecast. Every year be around me be a me say
that me we be ha nka mebo
and me we na obo me ka say we na obo
me da say
enti me no on the 3rd January na me every year no me be see any for the whole year. So this year forecast no na wo mu say I say number 25 or 35 na wo mu say on say Elon Musk and President Trump the way o mo tie o mo close be at that time na o mo nyam fa ni say go nya to kra on the 3rd January stars and can say there will be a fallout between Donald Trump
and Elon Musk.
And Elon Musk are on very big enemies. So from 20th back, the way we are very close, the way we are but because the star is seeing it, only as I say Elon Musk say President Trump impeaching. I'm telling you. Also, we impeaching President Trump say the contractor or America about training them. Because the star says something and it must happen. The meaning they don't bet me about my month for TR. It's something I said it on the 3rd January.
All right. So let me just do this play for you to take a listen to. Oh, okay. All right. So I understand that it's here. So let's see if I can play that video.
And Elon Musk will have a fallout. Do you understand? There's going to be some friction between two of them. So from the beginning, everything will look cool, everything will look nice. But start and say there will be a fallout along the way. The reason is that Elon Musk might not have his independence to do what he wishes. Not necessarily in 2025, but within the presidency of President Trump. So from now, from 2025, from 20th January, all the way before the term, there's going to be a fallout between two of them. Because Elon Musk will be open freedom. Trump might not give him that full freedom, no. So they might have some kind of fallout, according to the stars.
A man named Elon.
Just 3 days after his praise-filled send-off from the White House, Elon Musk skewered Donald Trump's budget bill, posting on X that it was a disgusting abomination that will massively increase the already gigantic budget deficit. Trump has been pressuring Republican senators to quickly pass the measure, which he calls the Big Beautiful Bill. At its heart, an extension of Trump's 2017 tax cuts and more funding for the military, border security, and deportations. John Thune, the Senate's Republican Majority Leader, responded to Musk's attack on the bill, saying it will ultimately save more money than it spends. Senate Democrats are united in opposition to the bill, which seeks to offset spending with cuts to social safety net programs like Medicaid. That provides government-funded health care to the poor, disabled, and elderly. The measure passed in the House of Representatives by just one vote in May. To clear the Senate, it can lose no more than 3 Republican votes. Trump has been publicly criticizing the fiscal conservative Senator Rand Paul for his refusal to fall in line. Some moderate Republicans have voiced concerns about the cuts to health care, and that puts the bill in a precarious position, stretched between demands for changes from conflicting wings of the Republican Party and under Trump's pressure to have a budget to sign by the July 4th holiday.
It's now official. Elon Musk is leaving his role as a special government employee in the Trump administration.
Hey, Nana. Nana, this is so serious.
The stars no can be big. You know, see, when I say stars, the stars knows everything. Until the more you pay attention to the stars and you take advice from it, a guide there. The second thing I want to say is, Obama ran about to be a witch to the corner. Atomic down hill, so say atomic hills down. We are about to be all. The tell you more hopa. Nipakwana all managing as a man of pen over Nabaso.
Wow.
So we drew now share and non come means a Ghana you're about to be at sir. Kavama Ghana Adam so in a way. Or my dear grass will come up. There be able to be any panoma praho or more papa. And it gonna do how we look so nice, you know. It is somebody who is managing the place. So I think the government should find whoever is managing the atomic hills runabout to nipa no managing. Now on for other runabouts in United inside. So even Grace, you can say the manner, you have a man because we're dear green carpet grass and come and attend be any chat. And then you're more fountain be how it looks so nice.
So nice. Yeah.
I said me bar me new bacro me bona baso. So in case I mind the ekaya such people no yemfa no man show monsa. Who you run about to be because in the do tan you call brochure there go pictures wo we nipa na here any serious machinery bi ase e be ye onye nipa mienu miensa bi a o betimi adua edi nsu agugugu so amama na gia that's it na makromu tia na ete yente ase say ba bi enua ne flowers bo no eboa ye nipa ya pomuden nti aban etie de mekan a omon pe nipa kro na o yes a runabout no adwuma no na yemfa ada runabout say wo ebi ankran ha na ebi go mekan area bi emfa nsha ne no manage such people no they are not very many in the society kakra bi nti yen sha omun kran say de be ya omo passion mo de yes a no we don't kill that fire na wo mo mo de adwuma de abo man. Thank you.
Nana, I should say, but quickly, my income Facebook, there are some couple of messages there.
Okay.
Isaac Kweku Thexon says that Nana AYEBIAFO is my life coach, and I have not regretted choosing him as my life coach. God bless my daddy. And Nana Kojo says that the only Nkoswohene who brings you tomorrow news today. And that is what he says. Shadrach Kumi Edu, each and everyone should have Pancholoha to work from Nana Jana, and I don't know what he means by that.
But I won't come where he go. For me members and like those that follow me, no, there's something I know.
Shadrach Kubi says that one, and let's see. Okay. Message is not also. I don't know which one to tackle. Let's see. But now, how come you have so many followers?
There are many. And they are very loyal people.
SOMPA FM.
Nana Kojo again says that our only selfless in Nkoswohene in Ghana, Nana AYEBIAFO. We are proud of you. Messages be I can't read all of them. It's Nana, time is not on our side, but
your last word the
yeah, Nana, you are free and liberty.
Baby, I'm young Nkoswohene.
Sure.
And then there's almost communal labor. There's like I'm sending videos to me the mom. Many hot, but unfortunately it's too late. Not many hot. But I can't pay ukrumo moye juma. Nti me pie no omuguso moye juma na omudru main road na omutwitwa ya bia grass ohunya nti no mutwitwa edrodo nti omose do ma hene eduru ho na pe enosie tembia na otayesa nti oduru ho no hu so omodo moye clean ho na osifiri ne kam ena komo omusika se omonye na omonfa ntonsu no monom nti na do ma hene etie sompa enkran na Dumosi Nkoswohene na ibada wase. Me pie na ka kire me say o gina ho. Ene o mo kasae, e che o mu nkunan. Ana o say yi sika ma o mo so o mo vantonsu na o mo nyina no because o madwuma o mo ye no.
Wow.
Ye da se pa do ma hene nka say onye say ne drive onu ankasa.
Onu ankasa.
E ko mo ho ni o mo ko dim ko mo ye yi sika ma o mo say tembi o ta hu say o mo ye adwuma kwan ho nti no. O da o ma say o mo boa ama Ghana atime ekran na o tie mi a na mada wasaka se mrante na kan kire me se wagina acho musika nti omo de wase da fa me se me fa mom de me bomi wase kasa me da ase say wo share emerante ni kura nyame sho bebre na
yo na adwuma be na na omoye
ene cleaning omo dodo kwan no say ya dua grass obi nkumi ni fa nyina ndi o machine ne bia ya ditwa ene ba bi so ha ndua na say branches no omo trentre ne order nti ni pa egu kuro mu nyagro mu ye adwuma fa no pa be 6 me no mo kasa na bo be 10 so na no mu so ye adwuma no mu nyampon by now the omo pon omo ye adwuma kan makwan ho ba bia aye neat nti ogina ya omo musika sa na ehye mi nkran because panyisa na engese bi osoma na driver say fasika komo homo
be ono asif
aba encourage omo say madwuma mo ye meta hu setem bia no mo ye ayi wa ha nti me damase na wasen ayi ne boto musika say mo nyina mo mfa ntonsuo no ma feel say ya dey a deserve say
highly honored
me dana se bibisa akoso nti nyame inshare na baby no man kwati nti mani nyansa na de oye bia no ntimi nkoso na onye
yo na we dey better pass on by next week me gidi be say they waka no you be devote to a whole hour to a man for your listeners obi o oni medjuma also oye obi mpo ho there are so many things I want who independent share dem so this is the opportunity for you SOMPA 106.5 FM ebusia your friend Prof Abochie ye djumadi no be si ha ya ye try ho ba ye the hot bite news no ebebrem
Techi manufui Electroland abeja ni ade munamuni amapani nyina nso abo we die Thursday ya 10th April 2025 Raya showroom foforo na wo Kumasi Techi mankwane so
ye di Roma sorry dino anase